hasn't spoken.
Mark, are you in there, Mark? I don't see Mark.
I am too. I'm just, I'm shy.
Another one.
Come out wherever you are.
I'm a shy politician.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's a relief. We don't see many of those these days.
That's an oxymoron, right?
I even had a shot of vodka, but it didn't work.
On my wine, don't worry.
That's unbelievable.
Everybody else has been doing such a great job. I mean, Charlie and the team have just killed it. They really have. And Charlie and the team keep coming up with great ideas right till the last minute. I don't know, Rachel or Lana, if you can talk about the burger bus opportunity. I hope I'm not out ahead of my skis here, but are we going to do that with the Trump bus?
It looks like we are doing like a fun bus that's going to come in and it's going to drive people from the hotel to Stoney's. And I'm just hearing about this, like the burger part of that. So we're trying to get our hands around that quickly.
Saturday.
Yeah. But I think that's all happening. So, yeah.
So what does that mean?
So as I understand as I understand it, there is this couple that has that Trump bus that's, wrapped in all of the Trump 2020 banners. You've probably seen it. And they're going to bring the bus to Las Vegas, and people are going to be able to buy tickets to get on the bus, go to I think it's Juicy Burger is one of the sponsors.
Yes.
Have dinner there, meet with a number of the celebrities that are going to be there, and then get transported back to the hotel. And like I said, I hope I didn't pre-announce something that hasn't been announced yet, but Charlie and I had been talking about it for a few days, and it sounds like a fun thing to do on Saturday. Still around. I think it's Saturday night, right? Yeah.
So I just heard about it today when I was doing some tweets for Juicy Burger. The owner reached out to me and he said something about this bus, but it didn't go very far. I think he was busy, but yeah, that's the first I heard of it today. So
it sounds wonderful. It sounds like so much fun. I mean, it really does. That you guys are going to get picked up and then you just go straight to this place and there are already going to be people there. I mean, that's a great way to break the ice, right? I mean,
and Jules, you know Minnie AOC, right?
I love Minnie AOC.
So, I mean, I think she's going to be on the bus, and I mean, it'll just be like, it'll be fun, right? She and her parents and taking selfies and letting her do her shtick, which is freaking hilarious.
She's so my gosh.
She is so the Mini AOC, right? Like, you can't get any better than that.
No, you can't.
She loves the camera, I guess. She's adorable.
You know what's so much fun about her is that you can tell she's having such a good time. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you know that her parents probably had the idea, okay, she didn't come up with that by herself. But when she's actually acting like AOC, she is having so much fun making fun of her herself that it's just hard to miss. I mean, I just crack up every single time I see her. She's a favorite of Toots's. I mean, he's like starstruck by this little girl. He thinks she's amazing.
She is so talented. And you know what's funny? We were talking with Johnny D, who you're going to have also there. Johnny D is a Trump impersonator. And talking to Johnny D, and he was telling us about what he does, how he studies Donald Trump, and he gets all his because it's not only the way he talks, how he sounds, it's also the way you phrase your words. It's also the physical motions that he makes. So, and he's a grown man, and he's been doing this forever. Minnie AOC, this is a young girl, and she literally does exactly the same thing when she's mimicking AOC, and she has to get not only the way she speaks down, she's got to get the way she phrases her words and her actions, because she's also very animated, and it's such a talent to see the way they do that. You know, it's a talent itself when you're going to be an impersonator. So, and this is a young little girl, 12 years old or something, who's picked up an art.
She's only 9.
Oh, she's only 9. Oh my God! I mean, it's amazing. So here you have a 9-year-old girl, and when you talk to Johnny D, who does Trump impersonations, he tells you how hard it is and how much work he has to put into it. Here's a 9-year-old girl who literally got down AOC, and she has to go through the same exact thing he's going through to get down Trump, and she's doing it the same thing to get down AOC. That's how much work and how much talent there is in both of them. You know, they're both very talented. And mini AOC, 9 years old. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't even think I knew how to tie my shoes at 9 years old. This is like unbelievable.
Oh, good.
I have to bring her to the second event.
I'm sorry, what was that?
She was so good. She got chased off of Twitter. I mean, she had threats against her family and all the rest. And she was gone for a while, like months.
You're right. I remember that.
You know why? Because she, like Trump, you know, when Trump started saying little Marco and he started calling Pocahontas, I don't even remember her name anymore. I just know her as Pocahontas. But what they did was they changed the perception of these people. Like, I can't look at AOC now without thinking of Minnie. I mean,
that's
seriously. I mean, really, I can't take her seriously. I'm like,
it's like, put your glasses on, girl. That's
right. I mean, it's so funny. So they were incredibly effective with what they did, and that's what the left cannot stand. Is that from now on we're always going to see her as a child, and that's how she acts.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad because, you know, she, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, she's adorable. I mean, she doesn't say anything bad. I mean, she's just cute, right. You know, and you think that the Democrats would like her, but, you know.
They don't have a sense of humor.
No.
They don't have a sense of humor because everything they laugh at isn't even funny. Not only don't they like things that are funny, but things that aren't funny is what they find funny. Like they're still laughing at George Bush jokes. They're so out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
So, Toots, here's what I'd say. I think you have to have a soul to have a sense of humor.
I agree.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Good.
Yes, I agree.
There are so, you know, and it's really sad because it appears that the left has turned into that. They've turned into the party of hate. They're angry. They're upset. They've been upset for 3.5 years now. We're kind of just wondering when this tantrum is going to end. And they just right when you think that they've gone too far and they've done it again, and that's going to be the end of it, they start all over again. And here we are back, you know, at zero. But I can't even imagine, you know, you're running for office. Isn't that right, Mark? You want to tell us a little bit about that and how all this plays in and with all the free time that you obviously have?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So I've always been a political junkie. And at the time that Trump got elected, I was very, very into that election, as many people were. And I'll never forget literally waking up 5 minutes. It was probably morning when he finally came out and we all knew that he had won. I think I woke up at 2:00 and I'm like, I'm just going to put the TV on and see, you know, what's happening. And I was stunned. I was happy, but I was stunned. And then I got angry, right? Because of the reaction from the left in terms of him being in office and them putting up barriers to every positive thing he tried to do and the twisting everything and all that. And I was in the process of selling a business that I had been building since 1996. And everything just came together. I'm like, I'm tired of rhinos, and we've got one in Ohio, Rob Portman. Everybody knows him, right? He's one of the 5 or 6. And I thought, I've got the time, I've got the family support, and I've got the financial wherewithal. I don't need to work anymore, or work much. And I'm going to give this a shot. And worst case, I'm going to push people in the right direction. But my goal is to win, right? It's not to do that. But worst case, we push people in the right direction. And it's been interesting because the Ohio GOP has already shut things down with me. I was registered for a training session and they disinvited me, even though I wasn't really invited. I registered. And they're still hiding under their desks. They won't give me any answer as to why they chose not to have me at this campaign boot camp event. It's going to be a bucket list kind of thing, even though I didn't have it on my bucket list, is what I'd say.
Yeah, what your story is not unique. The GOP, just like the DNC, probably. I mean, the DNC is probably a lot worse, but the GOP just the same way. They don't like newcomers coming in and trying to to buck up their little club that they got, their little clique. Yeah. So it's very tough. I know a few friends of mine that tried to run for office as well, and they go up against the same exact problem. So your problem is not unique. It's a very and unfortunately, it's a very tough hurdle to climb. But you got to do it. You just got to put your all in it. Don't even think about not. You got to be in it to win it. If you have any chance of this, you're winning. You're winning. There is no second chance. I mean, that's it. Don't even.
That's got to be the vision.
Yeah, don't even think about anything else. You're over there to win this thing, to make a difference, to get rid of these rhinos, and that's your goal and that's your objective, and you're going to make it happen. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And the more positive you sound, and you're going to do it, people will get behind that. That's the message we need to hear. And I've seen it. Unfortunately, it's very discouraging. And I see you probably when you first got into it, you were probably like, yeah. And then all of a sudden you hit walls, not from the Democrats, but from the Republicans. So that kind of knocks you down a notch. But that's what you got to know. You're fighting right now. Your battle isn't with the Democrats. Right now, your battle is with the Rhino Republicans. So you said you got to get rid of that Rhino Republican. It has nothing to do with the Democrat. And that's who you're going to defeat. And you got to just stay focused on what you're doing. Then you worry about the Democrat. And that'll be an easier battle, believe me.
Right.
Getting rid of these Republicans is the toughest battle you're going to find yourself in.
Well, I think,
and that's the kind of thing, like, you can either decide to get discouraged by that, or you can get pissed off and you can get motivated by it.
Yes, exactly.
And I think we've got a lot of candidates out there that are motivated about the fact that the GOP is not helping them. I mean, the GOP in California is a total mess. Yeah. We go on and on. I don't want to disparage the GOP across the country, but what I've encouraged everybody to do, no matter where you are, is to donate directly to the campaigns of candidates that you like. Do not give money to your state GOP organization. Do not give money to the national GOP. Give money to PACs or super PACs.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Jules Jones says that all the time. Yeah. Jules, that's exactly what Jules says all the time. Do not waste your money. Jules' family has been with the Republican Party. Jules, I'm going to let you explain. Actually, tell him.
Yeah, it's really it's absolutely true. We've watched it. Actually, living in Hollywood, California, even I you just brought that up as an example. I donate and always have donated to the Republican Party. Well, when I moved out here and actually in this area, I continued to donate to the Republican Party, the GOP, and I'm wondering why I'm not getting anything in the mail. Where's my money going? Where are the flyers for the candidates? Where are the candidates? I did not hear one name of who they were putting up. And we did have Republicans on the ballot, but they weren't spending the money on them to get the name and the information out. So I decided a long time ago, you know what? I'm no longer going to donate to the party. I'm going to donate to the person, because I know that they are going to spend the money the way that I expect them to and on their candidacy, because it's that important to them as it is to me. But it's so true. You've got to go to the person, and you've got to support them too. And it's not just financially. If you can't support them financially, there are other ways that you can do it. You can tweet on their behalf, like we do with a lot of our politicians' rooms in the Mighty 200. You can also pick up the phone and with the phone banks, et cetera, and start calling on their behalf, because people like to connect with another person. Register people to vote, show up at the polls, report it if you see a big white bus coming in with a whole bunch of people and you just saw them at the other polling place, a few miles back. There are certain things that we can do. If you see something, say something, but we can do anyway ourselves to get the messages out. It's important.
Did I tell you, Mark? That's exactly what you were saying, right?
Yeah. And I would add to that we sometimes run into situations, especially on social media, where people are consumed with number of followers and things like that. I look at it this way. You are either running for office or you are supporting people who are running for office. And I'm doing it because I have the opportunity to do it and the wherewithal to do it. If there were a better candidate to run against Rob Portman, I'd gladly support them, except you know how hard it is. I mean, you've got to have a thick skin and you've got to have a strong ego to do what to take on as an insurgent, an incumbent Rhino candidate. So I'm not sure how to get this message out effectively to people, because it kind of turns some people off, but you've got to decide, if you're not going to run and you're not going to put yourself out there, then you need to get behind people. You can't be demanding things of them. You need to be supporting them.
Exactly.
And I'll just leave it at that. But it is a problem in our in the sector of the MAGA kind of constituency, and we need to fix it quickly.
Well, the good news is that just like with this Palooza, how people did it themselves and didn't wait for anybody else to do anything. They took it and did it. The same thing with what you're doing is Trump is very aware of a lot of things going on. Trump is more aware. Trump is more social media aware of events happening than any politician I've ever seen, than anybody. I mean, this guy knows exactly what's going on. He knows the pulse of what's happening. So if you put the effort in and he sees you're putting the effort in, he will literally, you might get his support, you know? I mean, that's right. How amazing it is that right now we're in such a great time where we have a leader who is not only leading and showing us what to do. He's actually active. He takes active steps, and he will come out and he will do stuff depending on what it is. I seen it in New Jersey with the guy who flipped from the Democrat to the Republican. What did the guy do? He said, "Oh, you know," Trump said, "Whatever you need, you know, just let me know." He said, "Well, could you do a rally for me?" Next thing you know, boom, he does a rally in New Jersey for the guy Van.
With like 170,000 people, right?
Yeah, I was at the rally. I attended it. I mean, there was about maybe 7,000 or so of us in the event, and there was another 40,000 people that couldn't get in. I mean, the place was amazing. It was in Wildwood, New Jersey, which is a summer town. You know, it's desolate in the winter. There's nobody there. So Trump sets this up. Next thing you know, here we are in the middle of what was it, January? I forget. It was in the middle of the winter, and all of a sudden, people showing up. The town comes alive for that one weekend when Trump was there. The restaurants opened up, the hotels were all booked, and this is what he did. And the guy came out and he was on there and he did a little speech before Trump came on, and he said, "I got to say, Trump not only does he keep all his promises, everything he said." He asked me what I could do. I said, "Could you do a rally?" I was expecting him to say, "Yeah, don't worry, you know." Next thing you know, he did it. He said, "Sure, I'll do a rally," and he did a rally for him in Wildwood, New Jersey, the bluest, probably one of the bluest states in the union, and in the wintertime when it's a summertime town where nobody's even there, and it was amazing. And that's the way Trump is. So do your thing. Will he support you? Who the hell knows? But you know what? There's a good chance that he might. If he sees you doing your thing and he's aware of things going on, and he wants the best people in these jobs because it's only helping him and it's helping America. So if there's a rhino, he wants them out. He knows what's going on with these rhinos. He wants them the hell out. If he sees somebody out there working hard, confident, has the confidence that you're going to win, you're going to put your all into it, you might have this guy on your side helping you out. And then it's over. Then he'll push you right over the top. You know, I mean, that's the amazing time we're in right now.
Yeah, but I think you have to have a good message. You have to get something that people can, you know, connect with the people that you need the support from too. So you have to figure out what like that niche is, right? That
of course,
like Trump does.
Yeah, you got to get it together, do your part, but be confident, be out there and work hard from now until November. Just be working hard, getting it out there, be positive. You're winning. There's no other thing in your mind, but you are winning this race. That's it. You know, don't worry about if you don't win. This is what you're going to do. You're winning this race and you're going to put your all into it. And that's all anybody can expect from you. And just do it. And this could be amazing. I love it. And just like with the Palooza, you have an idea and then you got to do it. You got to make it happen. And that's the way we got to do things. And once we start doing it ourselves, you included, making it happen, that's when you start to get the other people starting looking, wow, what's going on over there? Because they always want to know. They're like, oh, what's happening? They want to know that. When nothing's happening, and they just say, no, why isn't this guy helping me? Nobody cares. Once you make it happen, everybody wants to be a part of it. And that's what we have to remember.
Well, and don't forget.
Exactly correct. And I would say that the message to anybody that's kind of sitting on the sideline, whether they're sitting on the sideline about running or they're sitting on the sideline about getting more involved in politics and kind of putting themselves out there, I would encourage them to just do it. They can always go back, but they can never take advantage of an opportunity that is past.
Great point.
So, I would just say do it. I understand we've got like 2,500 candidates in Congress for the 2020 election. 2,500 candidates. It's some astounding number. But why shouldn't that be 4,000, right? Because all of those people are campaigning with conservative Republican values. They may not get the nomination, but certainly they will impact and affect other people that will vote for whoever does. And I think that's vitally important.
Yeah, I agree. No, you're absolutely right. Get out there and do it. Absolutely.
I'm gonna start using that now. I'm gonna be using shooting everything.
I love it. That's awesome. We got to self-promote each other.
There we go. I got to go. I want to thank you for having me on. I know Jules Toots, thank you very much. Lana and Rachel, great to talk to you. Nick, I got to run, but I really appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to seeing those of you that are going to Palooza face-to-face next week.
Awesome.
Can't wait to see you.
And Mark, thank you for coming on tonight, and we wish you the best of luck in your campaign. I mean, this is great news, and we really want you to, we're all behind you and wish you the best. And we're going to, just like you're going to start using Absolutely, we're going to start promoting you and tweeting on your behalf as well.
Well, he's actually, you know what? Mark is actually in the Mighty 200 plus groups. So
that's awesome.
He's already got the Mighty 200 that are, behind him all the way. So it's fantastic. We're so glad to have Palooza in there and all the candidates. But Mark, really, honestly, we are behind you all the way, and we want to have you on the show. We want to talk more with you about what's going on in your campaign. But this is,
and I'm glad to come back anytime. I mean, just let me know.
Definitely. We'd love it. Love to have you. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Have a great time. Have a great time in Vegas. Take care, my man.
See you, man.
All right.